Hi, my name is Mendel Wong. I'm the co-founder of CitizenScience.Asia. Welcome to the third Open Data Conference. I'd like to speak with you today about citizen science and open data. First off, you might be wondering, what is citizen science? Citizen science is the process by which regular people, non-scientists, make observations in a scientific manner to understand the environment around them. It could be applied towards watching migratory birds, falling cherry blossom season, tracking snowfall, or measuring air quality, for example. Here's a more formal definition and highlighting the reason of its importance. As part of a global delegation for citizen science, we have defined it as professional science alone cannot provide information at the scales and resolutions necessary to understand environmental change. The dominant culture of scientific expertise does not account for different ways of knowing and often fails to engage the public. In short, we need others, not just scientists, to provide full diversity of perspectives and contribution across the spectrum of knowledge in order for us to address societal change challenges, including the environmental ones. So now that you know what citizen science is, let me give you some background of what my organization does before we get into open data. CitizenScience.Asia, as the name implies, focuses heavily on Asia to promote and advocate for citizen science. The reason why it's so important in this region is that representation, diversity, and uniqueness in a global concept cannot ignore nearly 60% of the world population. With over 50 countries making up this part of the world, and amongst them some of the top-ranked areas massively impacted by climate change, pollution, and loss of biodiversity, it is critical to have Asia as part of the dialogue. There's a need to engage, develop, and coordinate Asia alongside other parts of the world in the citizen science movement. The Citizen Science Global Delegation that I had referenced earlier is pictured here at the UN Environment Assemblies. It was here in 2017 that the Citizen Science Global Partnership was formed, supported by the UN Environment, to ensure the communities around the globe are coordinated and working together to apply citizen science towards the Sustainable Development Goals. CitizenScience.Asia is leading the charge for Asia to bridge the gaps with other international counterparts. We're approaching our goal and role in three phases. First, we're building the community. We need to tackle the challenge of integrating diversity and perspectives with focused engagement with established citizen scientists, while in parallel actively reaching out to the general public. Second, we're building capacity. We need to increase scalability and representation during problem analysis by providing a community platform and introducing education opportunities to promote sharing and discovery of knowledge. Third, we're building the necessary conversation. We need to raise awareness and encourage partnership action towards solutions based on collaborative citizen science data through conversations with social entrepreneurs and policymakers. So how does CitizenScience.Asia, or generally citizen science, relate to open data? Well, per our mission goals, a large part of what we're pushing to develop is the means for open, holistic, and participatory process of knowledge generation. In this context, if you look at what open data is, it's a different dimension to openness, in that it considers that aspect of reusability, accelerated innovation, and exploitation for a range of purposes. Open science then can be considered the linkage between the two, in that it would be an umbrella term that collects various dimensions. They go hand in hand in ethos and spirit to promote open participation, co-creation, public engagement, and community involvement. But is citizen science data necessary open data, you might ask? That's the usual misconception. It is not, although it can be. Because of the metadata involved in collecting for citizen science projects for the context of data interpretation, especially to answer a scientific research question or problem, privacy plays a big part in how open data can be without appropriate handling. The design of the project and ethics, when applied correctly, can introduce necessary scrub steps or anonymization process to enable the data for open usage. In the context of large-scale efforts, citizen science projects are generally designed in such a way that focuses on data being open from the get-go, given the goal is for the data to be transparent and adhering to open standard format. For example, contribution towards the measurement of UN Sustainability Development Goals need to be unified across small regional pockets towards national or international level statistics and modeling. In fact, the lead statistician for UN Environment Program, Gillian Campbell, has stated that there is not sufficient data for tracking the SDG progress using traditional data sources alone. The need for open data contributed by citizens provide the necessary metrics to measure the SDG indicators. A community practice was established within the Citizen Science Global Partnership with UNEP support to engage communities and evaluate how best to utilize data for monitoring the environment and the progress of SDGs. In another example, UNESCO has identified the need to encourage science to be more connected to society's needs and to offer real opportunities to allow everyone to participate and benefit from what science can offer. There's a tremendous recognition by UNESCO in how citizen science and open science have been maturing in parallel and have a lot of synergy. So last year, a community practice was established within the Citizen Science Global Partnership with UNESCO's support to feed into the development of a global standard recommendation on open science led by UNESCO. I hope this has given you a glimpse into how citizen science and open data go hand in hand. If you'd like to know more about citizen science, I'd encourage you to join our community, follow us on social media, or contact us by email. I look forward to hearing from you and making open data working for all of us. Thank you.